Hi, this is Nicholas Bell with IONCINEMA, here to review Mama Weed, the latest film directed by Jean-Paul Salomé, which stars the inimitable Isabelle Huppert. The film is opening domestically in France, courtesy of Le Pacte, September 9th, 2020, and also recently had a showing at the Angoulême Film Festival on September 2nd. 2020. This was a title that was going to premiere earlier in the year but was pushed back considerably because of the pandemic. This is a rare opportunity to see Ms. Huppert in kind of a high-class pulp film, whereas usually we're used to seeing her in more art house affairs, which I would also count Elle as. Here she plays Patience Portefaut, who's half French, half Algerian, which is likely to be a point of contention for some people, like the controversy over the early stills of the film showing her in a hijab. Anyway, she is a translator for the police in Paris because she speaks Arabic, and she spends her evenings transcribing conversations recorded for low-profile criminals. Think kind of like lighter Lives of Others vibe there. But she's also working on a case with her supervisor slash lover, Hippolyte Girardot, who she starred with in Love After Love back in 1992. They're about to do a big bust, but she recognizes that the man that they are tailing is the son of Khadija, who cares for her ailing mother, played by Liliane Rovère, in a nursing home that she really can't afford, which is also a point of contention. So she arranges it with Khadija to contact the son to throw the police off his trail long enough for him to ditch a very large amount of hashish that he's transporting. He's still arrested because they have enough to lock him away for a year, but not nearly as much as they could if they caught him with all those drugs. Oh, by the way, Khadija is played by Farida Ouchani, who is in The Class, directed by Laurent Contet back in 2008. So anyhow, Isabelle, Patience, who has just paid off 20 years worth of debt from her husband that died in 1994 and is buried in Oman. We're told that she feels kind of a strange connection to that debt. It's what made her feel connected to her husband. So she decides that she is going to take it upon herself to sell these drugs. She talks to Khadija's brother and dons a persona that comes to be known as La Daronne, the matron, and starts utilizing these men that she has access to based on the other tapes she's been transcribing, named Scotch and Cocoa Puff, and she suddenly becomes the new target of the very police team that she works for. So there's a lot of cat and mouse going on, where she's one step ahead of the game. She is at one point translating her own self in Arabic, which is kind of entertaining. There are some well-orchestrated sequences that actually are kind of tense, but if the the English language title indicates that it's a comedy, it certainly is not. It's more of a drama with tendencies towards a thriller. It's, of course, adapted from a popular novel by Hannelore Cayre, and this is more of a characterization piece. It's more of, to reference another Isabelle Huppert title, a story of women. She's also notably living in an apartment building she's the only non-Chinese person living there. It's run by a character named Colette Faux, played very entertainingly by Na Wen, and she utilizes her to start laundering the money that is coming in. And we're meant to get a sense, I believe, that it's women that are having to navigate this gray area between the law and what's right and what you actually have to do to survive. It's shot by Julien Hirsch, by the way, who of course shot Pascal Ferrand's Lady Chatterley's Lover. It looks amazing. I think Mama Weed is kind of not indicative of the title, because that makes it seem like that Bernadette Lafont film from 2011 or 2012 called Paulette, who plays an older French woman who has to sell weed to survive, and that's more like a slapstick comedy. If you like Isabelle Huppert, you're going to like this film. There's a lot of similarities with her character in this stage of life, having to deal with her mother who's dying, this time played by Liliane Rovère, who of course was in Bertrand Blier's Get Out Your Handkerchiefs, among many other films. But she dies, and there's another scene where she has to kind of comedically spread ashes, not unlike in Verhoeven's Elle, or where Judith Magre died, or in Things to Come where Edith Scope died. Overall a very classy affair from Jean-Paul Salomé, who's directed 7 or 8 other films, probably best known for 2010's The Chameleon, which also is based on source material that created a popular documentary called The Imposter as well. Overall, I would give the film 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from IONCINEMA.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.